Welcome to the Leafy Podcast, helping real estate investors and entrepreneurs grow. Say hello to your hosts, Jennifer Goglorick and Brian Price, founders of Leafy Legal Services, teaching you how to protect your assets, grow your business, and manage your wealth. Let's start the show.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Leafy Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Tammy, the podcast manager, and on the line hosting the show today, we have Brian Price and Jennifer Goglorick. They are the CEO and COO of Leafy Legal Services. They have a pretty awesome guest for us today, so I'll go ahead and pass it on to them so we can get the show started here. So, hey, Brian. Hey, Jennifer. How are you both doing today?
Great. I'm really happy to be talking to our guest today. So, hey, Leafy Podcasters, we have another awesome guest. So today we're talking to Mr. Marketing. And unlike many of the guests that we have, Mr. Marketing's specialty is helping smaller, even semi-cash strapped small business owners and service providers, both online and offline, discover hidden ways that they can generate profits, get new lists, and bring money into their business for little to nothing. And right now, we all need that. I would think that even big businesses now would say, well, yeah, I'm kind of semi-cash strapped. So anyway, I'm not going to take too much of the time because I want to get straight to the meat of everything. So I want everyone to give a great, big, huge applause to Mark Newsome. That's the Mr. Marketing with youcanmarketonlinenow.com. So Mark, welcome to the show. I'm so excited to get to talk to you.
You guys can't be half as pumped as I am. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your guest. This is fabulous.
Yeah, so let's jump right into it. I mean, what should people do now? I mean, times are tough, and isn't the first time times are tough, but now definitely is the time times are tough. So yeah, what can you suggest for us?
Excellent question. And you're right. These are some tough times. But ladies and gentlemen, let me just share something really cool with you that one of my 7-figure coaches shared with us on a private webinar recently. The Zoom platform, maybe 6 months ago, long before the virus hit big time, they admitted they had 10 million users worldwide. Now listen to this. Since the virus hit and people were home, it swelled to 300 million users. Now, I don't know how many are using the paid or the free, but here's my point that I want to share with your audience. Right now, more than ever, the door for opportunity is so wide open, it may never, ever, ever, and I don't want to sound overly dramatic, ever be this wide open again, ladies and gentlemen. Seriously. Now, having said that, I'm going to ask all three of you right now, is it okay if I share with you and your audience the magic question?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm speaking for everyone.
We're going to find out live right now whether this Mr. Marketing guy has the goods or not right now. Tammy, I'm just going to use you. Here's the magic question, and be as brutally honest as you can be.
Okay.
Is it okay to periodically refer you new business?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, did you hear that? She's open to having you or me bring new business. And I'll tell you why I'm sharing this with you. Just like I told you, there's 300 million worldwide users, pardon me, Zoom. See what happens when you get too excited? Here's the point of that question. You have current and future vendors that I guarantee you ask them that question. I'm not talking about going across the street to the bakery that you don't have a professional relationship with. I'm saying the vendors you currently have and will have in the future, you ask them that question. Joe, Mary, is it okay if I periodically refer you new business? And I'm telling you 95 to 98% of the time on the front end, you will get a yes. Now, let's take it a step further. Tammy, by the same token, as long as it doesn't take away from anything you're currently doing right now or in the future, are you open to reciprocating that same favor from time to time?
Absolutely.
There you go. So what that's telling you is right now the pendulum is wide open. The magic question is going to open the door. We call it now, the four of us sitting here call it joint ventures, strategic alliance. I don't care what you call it. You got to start power networking with these vendors. They have assets, resources, contacts you and I don't have. This is how you access them. In fact, I just found out, ladies and gentlemen, this show is going on some station. Is it in Atlanta? Guys, help me out.
Atlanta.
500,000 people
Yep.
are getting exposed to Mr. Marketing that probably never would if I hadn't appeared on this show. This is what I'm talking about, resource and networking. The opportunity has never been greater, and it may not ever be this great again. You gotta start, and I'll tell you something else. Your employees, you don't believe it, they are hidden resources. They have knowledge, they have understanding, they have wisdom, but you and I have to be smart enough to tap into it. And most of you, I'm telling you, most small business owners and service providers, you're not doing a good enough job of that. If you tell me right now you're not getting enough business, I'm telling you two things. You're not effectively utilizing your vendors or your employees. That's a fact. Your employees, guys, can I give a simple example that I hope after I give this example should just blow the doors open on opportunity? Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, you're like preaching to the choir in this. I just like every 2 seconds, I just want to like hug you really quick.
All right. Well, then I'm going to really keep this going. I
Okay.
want you to picture this right now. Let's say all four of us work in a hair salon, a female hair salon, by the way. Okay. So Brian and I can check out, the ladies. Now, let's say Tammy owns the shop, right? But we all rent chairs. Now follow this. We're in a mini strip mall. 2 doors down is Tammy's favorite jeweler. Every time she gets a bonus or makes a lot of money, she runs down there and buys herself some bling, right? So the owner figures out, hey, wait a second. Every day, 10 to 12 women each sit in all 4 of these people's chairs. Why don't we do this? They take Tammy out to lunch one day and say, Tammy, take a look at this picture of these 2 diamond-studded necklaces. If you could get either one of them at cost, and let's say it costs around retail for $2,000, but we know the real price retail is about, say, $900. And Tammy says, oh, I'd like that one right there. And he says, okay, I'll tell you what. You give me $200 down, $100 a month, no interest, and I'll give you that necklace at cost. And she's like, what? Now, Tammy puts the necklace on, goes back to the salon, and you tell me what the ladies who sit in her chair at some point are going to turn the conversation to.
Oh, where did you get that pretty necklace?
Ah, bingo! Tammy says 2 doors down, the jeweler has told me he's got a special arrangement. He's going to bring some business cards in. He's got to get them printed. But for now, she just takes a little Post-it note and she puts her name on it and she looks at the calendar and she goes 10 days out, not 10 business days, 10 physical days. She says, as long as you bring this piece of paper into that store before this date, you can save 10% off any purchase up to $500, or you drag a friend. You get 50% off up to $2,000, plus you and the friend get a free facial. You know that women's facial salon, deluxe salon store down the street? Yeah, they're doing a co-promotion with the jeweler, and the jeweler wants to get you in the store to help them out. So if you go alone, you save 10% off whatever the cost of that service is when you redeem the coupon, or you drag a friend, you both get a $47 facial for free. You tell me what's going to happen.
Like, I totally want to take Tammy and do this, and this isn't even a real promotion.
You know what I mean? So the point is,
this isn't even happening, right?
Here's the thing. Brian, you and me say, hey, Tammy, what's the deal here? Can you hook us up? She says, I'm so glad you asked. He told me if you were interested, call him or text him at this number. The short of it is, Brian gets a nice Rolex at cost. I get a nice men's Rolex at cost. He hooks you up, not as good as he did Tammy, but he gives you a $1,500 necklace at cost. Now all 4 of us are rocking his bling. We are a walking, talking billboard. And you know what he decides to do now? He cancels his billboard advertisement that was costing $25,000 a month, because now he realizes once he gets those business cards printed up, and somebody says, hey, what is the deal with that bling? All we do is flip it over and say referred by and put the 10-day date on it and hand it to them. Now, just like McDonald's with the, would you like fries with that? Everybody doesn't go for it. But when you figure worldwide, millions of people every day are coming through the door and the cashier says, would you like fries with that? 10 to 40% of the people say yes. And McDonald's just put billions of dollars in their pocket. And then they got smart. They said, how can we take this, would you like fries with that concept to the next level? Think about it. If they say, would you like fries with that? And we answer yes, McDonald's, automatically the trained cashiers come back and say, supersize you? Bam. They just added another 10 to 25% to their upsell profits. Entrepreneur, two things. If you're not collaborating, strategic alliance, cross-promote, whatever your term is, it floats your boat, you are leaving a ton of money on the table. And I'm telling you this simple concept with the hair salon, instead of just seeing them as a hair salon provider, you should see them as a potential distribution channel for you, because that's what they are. And you guys both, I mean, everybody here knows Tammy is a social butterfly. She doesn't just work in the shop. She goes out and about. And when she does go to that social function, her bestie's going to say, girl, let me see this thing up close. Wow, it's beautiful. Tammy's going to reach in her pocket and say, girl, you better get over here before this date. And she's going to tell him the same story. And here's what the jeweler should do if he's smart. He says, listen, guys, every month, whoever produces the most referrals, I'm talking about paying customers, I'll gladly pay your chair fee for the week. Say what? Say what? Now remember, he's been blasting on local, national television, Sunday inserts, spending an outrageous amount of money for dismal results. I'm sorry to say. This way here, this is almost like pay-per-click. He only pays when we produce. Now let's take it a step further. On everybody's birthday, he sends a text and says, what do you want your cake to say? And he sends over a cake so that the customers who come in, they say, you know, what's with the birthday cake? And Tammy says, oh, that's just our jeweler. And he said, well, what do you mean? That's what he does. He sends everybody a cake. Say, oh, better than that. He sent Tammy a 7-foot, you see that teddy bear over there, 7-foot teddy bear? The jeweler bought that. Now, what do you think these people are thinking? And I guarantee you what the ladies are thinking. They're texting their husband or their boyfriend and saying, when you shop for bling, you better go to such and such's jewelry. I guarantee you that's what they're saying.
And just think about the beauty of this. I just have to stop you. So beauty is, I just want to stop you for 1 second and just talk about this, because this is a huge push we're doing like right now, even in our own company. You know, and it wasn't born out of just excitement. It was because I got mad, right? I'm like, Google and all these social media things, they only want to promote things that cause division, things that cause strife. I don't want to give money to things like that. Let's give the money to people. Let's give money to people we can establish relationships with, and that we can love them and we can be with them, right? So just imagine what this guy is doing in the bigger, even global picture. Not only are the people he was working with getting a birthday cake and getting the jewelry, but he's making friendships. He's meeting people. He's breaking boundaries. He's becoming a neighbor, and now you're a friend, and everybody's helping each other. And then that one community takes it steps further because it expands out. So when you do this at this type of level, instead of we're just going to pay this one nameless face $1,000 a month, and people that we don't know if they even like us, may or may not click on it.
Isn't that the truth?
And it's so meaningless.
That's
if anything, this has taught us is how we can get meaning into it. And it's lucrative. So I just have to
that is fabulous. That's priceless, man. Wow. Okay, but you know what? Let's take this up. You just hit out of the park. You went to a whole nother level. But let me, if I could, just kind of piggyback off what you're saying. For those of you who are rocking social media, and I have nothing against social media. I'm on social media. You should be on social media, but she just brought up a fabulous point. Ladies and gentlemen, think of social media as this. They're the landlords. You and I are the tenants. They could change the rules anytime and evict you. Yes. Right now, as we speak, somebody's account got shut down. You need to have your own. And let me just say this. Here's the other thing we're going to do. And I'm so glad you brought this up, or I would have forgot this because I got on my rant. Here's the other thing. The jeweler is going to have every month a free drawing where he's giving away a $2,500 diamond-studded necklace. We're talking some serious bling here. Now, of course, it didn't cost them $2,500, but here's the key where a lot of entrepreneurs blow it. When I say this free drawing, you're probably thinking, oh, the people that come through their store. Yeah, but that's a separate drawing. This particular free drawing is only for Tammy's hair or nail salon. Uh-oh. Think about it. This is a separate segmented list. And what's going to happen is every month, you guys are going to put a bunch of names in the hat that entered this thing and pull out a winner. But here's my question to you. What happens to the 99% who are runners up? Do you just blow them off and say, hey, well, thanks for entering the drawing? No, of course not. Tammy is now either she's going to send them a text, which on average is open 3 minutes after sent. I don't know about you, but all of my emails don't quite have that much juice. But the point is either email or text, and she's going to say, congratulations. Unfortunately, you weren't the grand prize winner this month, but you have won a fabulous, as a second prize. What's that, Tammy? I'm going to give you this, and this service, and instead of you paying retail, I'm going to give you a discount provided you drag somebody with you. Oh, and just for dragging somebody with you, I'm going to give you a special discount to my favorite jeweler. Now, in reality, I'm the one financing this, so here's what I say to Tammy. Tammy, every time you send me 20 customers in a month, or X, meaning, we'll test and see what it is, but every time you send me, meaning all of you collectively, send me at least 20 customers a month, I'll pay your lease for the month. Say, what?
What?
Now, remember, I'm rocking $25,000 a month on this billboard ad that's not doing anything for me. I'd much rather blow up Tammy's business because you know what happens when I pay her lease for that first month? How many texts and phone calls do you think she's going to make letting everybody know?
Lots.
And maybe one of her vendors says, hey, Mark, we have physical bodies. Could we sit down and talk? You better believe we can. You better believe we can. I'm telling you, you start marketing and promoting yourself, your business, and your vendors. Tammy could have a sign on one of the walls that says vendors of the month. The heck is that? They do some outstanding service and we wanted to recognize them. And because you're one of our customers, they're going to give you, for an extremely limited time, a nice little discount to do X, Y, and Z. Ladies and gentlemen, stop and think about what's happening here. You are becoming, like she said, we're becoming our own social media agency because the word of mouth is going to spread. People are going to be on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram like crazy. Ladies are going to take pictures of their diamond-studded earrings. As a matter of fact, I'm going to tell Tammy, because she's got this list of the customers, all it runs up, say, Tammy, I've got a special sale coming up on some, they normally would retail for $450 each, these earrings. Here's a picture of them. Send this out to your list and let them know, as long as they drag a friend, I'll give them these earrings at cost, which is $200. But they can only get it if they drag a friend. If they come alone, they save 10%. Now, if they're serious about getting some serious bling, what do you think a percentage of those ladies are going to do?
They're going to drag a girlfriend.
Drag.
Yeah.
You better believe. And I'm doing, and here's the other thing we haven't talked about. What are we going to do for the guests? We're going to do an OTO. What's that, Mark? A one-time only offer to that guest that says, before you leave the store, you get X, Y, and Z. You got to join our list, and we'll hook you up. You're going to get a percent. That's like the supersize me concept on the upsell with McDonald's. It's that extra boost. And believe me, when you got an army of good-looking women walking around with your bling on, you don't need an advertising budget. You got one.
No, you didn't. I mean? I got to ask you something, though. Yes. Have you ever worked with a cruise line?
It's one of my goals that you're going to help me realize.
No, I ask you because when you're on a cruise, they do this while you're on the cruise.
Oh yeah.
So when you're there, it's like, don't come to bingo, be sure to bring someone else. And if you get there, you get a dauber for this and your friend will get this too. Or come to our cupcake class where they sell like extra baking things. Of course, they all get shipped to you at the end of the cruise. So if anyone has ever been on a cruise, you're all sitting there going, oh yeah, that's how they grab us by the ankles and just shake every single penny out between they toss us out after 5 days or 7 days or whatever.
Yeah.
But they have a great time while they're doing it. It's the vacation they had so much fun on, and they're already trying to book the next cruise while they're on the ship at the book your next vacation here. So it doesn't have to be an odious experience. I know a lot of people who are like, they think about marketing and sales and they start to sweat. The CPAs, the real estate people that we get, because we get a lot of business people, and they're like, I'm not a salesperson. This just makes me nauseous. Well, okay, you don't have to be a salesperson. All you're doing is saying, if you're a numbers person, think about the numbers that you're spending and your return on investment, your click-through rates, and what you're actually getting from that. Then think, what if I could actually hand that same amount directly to the people after they've gotten me the business and I have the money in hand? Not before, like what I'm doing right now. This is after I get the business and I hand them the money. What do you think is actually going to expand more, not just in my business, not just in my bottom line and my spreadsheets, but eventually with my networks and the people who know, like, and trust me and start to refer? The end result is going to be so much greater when you focus on people and relationships. So stop thinking of it as I'm trying to sell sales to because I know when you're like, okay, I'm going to offer you this, and then you're going to get this. And some people get real nervous with that, right? Yeah. Well, it doesn't have to be. You can create your own way of doing it, your own value.
In fact,
it can be done online too.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Brett.
No worries. It can be done online too. There's actual software. There's like UpViral, for example. You could do like a raffle online as well and do whatever you want. And the cool thing about it is not only when you sign up for it, you can refer other people too. So you actually can sign up everybody that you know, either on social media or anything too. So yeah, it's something that can go viral pretty quickly, especially online.
You know what? Let's just piggyback off something you said. This is just so powerful. I can't let this go by. You guys, everybody knows Tammy's aunt is a local female commercial real estate broker, right? She sells these 7-figure buildings and up. Who do you think she socializes? Who do you think she socialized? That I'm saying the realtor. Who do you think she socialized with? Women and men in the same income bracket, right? Mm-hmm. That's why I want Tammy to introduce me to her so I can give her a $2,500 diamond-studded necklace and some $650 earrings. So when she's out there listing properties, talking to title companies, talking to the banker, socializing with the banker's wife or the husband, somebody's going to say, excuse me, where did you get that beautiful necklace? And she's going to say, such and such a jeweler. What do you think is going to happen?
They're going to want to have a conversation about it. Or where is that?
Hello?
And, yeah.
Who cares how many clicks you got?
You only need one. Like, you need the people who are actually interested, and ask them. And it can be organic and not salesy and not high pressure. There's ways. And I know a lot of people are going, well, $2,500 necklace. I barely have $2,500 to pay my contract staff. Okay. That we get it. Okay. So, but it doesn't matter if you're a jeweler. It doesn't matter if you're a CPA. It doesn't matter if you're selling t-shirts out of the back of your trunk. There is a way to do this at your budget, whether you're selling at the back of your trunk or you're sitting here listening on the drive because, you wanted to hear a new way and you're like, man, I've already got a great business, but I'm not happy with my results and I feel disconnected and I've got 7,000 employees. Maybe we could do something different that feels more meaningful. So no matter where you're at, this applies. So Mark Newsome, Mr. Marketing, is giving us a lot of great advice here.
Okay, you know what? You brought a great point. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize if it sounded like we're only dealing with the big budget people. Let me show you a really simple strategy that if you're a mom and pop corner store, here's what I would suggest you do. Instead of selling coffee Go find some of the best high-end gourmet coffee you can find in your area, right? Create a coffee club. And here's what you do. Invest in some cheap, big plastic cups. And the first time they buy coffee, and only sell large, this is only large. The first time they buy a large cup, they pay retail so you can pay for the cup. But then when they bring the cup back, from now on, it's 99 cents. The point being, this gets, remember, gourmet coffee, they love coffee, so they're coming back to get that cup for 99 cents. But what do you think they will do while they're in the store if they're only paying 99 cents for a cup of coffee, a big gulp that would normally cost, say, $4.79 to $5.29 a cup?
They're shopping.
They're shopping. Give me 3 bagels. Give me the bagels with cheese. Give me the toasted bagels.
God,
they're going to buy other items, and that's where you're going to make up the difference. But the main thing is you want that word of mouth of people saying, hey, you go over there and they got this great tasting coffee. They give you this mug, and the first time you pay the retail, but the next time you only pay 99 cents or $1.29. The point is you're creating tremendous repeat customers for pennies on the dollar. That's the point. Ladies and
there's a
gentlemen,
way. Just think outside the box. This
I
is
mean,
so great.
well,
I feel fired up just listening to this because now you're in, all these neurons are going in my head, and I'm like, golly, there's all these things that I'm not even thinking of, right? That you've just spurred in my head that we could be doing right now.
Okay,
so thank you so much. Okay,
One-
guys.
Okay.
One more thing. I just want to drop your name again. This is Mark Newsome, Newsome. He's Mr. Marketing. He is at youcanmarketonlinenow.com. We're getting to the end, and he's going to leave us with some great tidbits, but I just did not want you to go without knowing who we're talking to. So anyway, we're going to
let me share one other quick strategy, ladies and gentlemen, and this is for you retailers out there. Let's say you got a retail appliance center. Here's what 99% of you do. You take that $5,000 home entertainment system, you discount it, it's a closeout item, you run a bunch of ads, blast people in there, and you make some money. What if you do this? Take that last $5,000, or if you're a retail furniture store, that $10,000 master bedroom suite, take that one, you have 2 of them left, you sell the one, but here's what you do with the second one. Your opt-in email or SMS, text message subscribers, they get to enter a raffle. Now, in the case of this $5,000 home entertainment system, they pay 10%, $500. But if you want to enter the raffle but don't want to be on their list, that's fine. It's $2,000. So the point is you're trying to ethically bribe them onto your list. But what do you think will happen if 200 people pay $500 for a chance to enter a raffle? Do you think you paid for that item?
Yes, you paid for it. And
Put a little money in your pocket.
Yeah. I mean, there's rules and there's laws about having raffles, and there's certain things that you've got to do. So, I mean, you can't just go out and do it this weekend. There are some things you have to look up in each state, right? Just want to warn people, because I do have a business where we prevent people from making, business, mistakes with how they're doing it. So just FYI, with raffles, each state has different posting requirements. You can go to the state Secretary of State, and they will have an entire section in every single state. Like it's texassos.gov down here. I don't know what state that you're in, but you could look it up, and they have certain rules, and you just follow the rules for the raffle. And then, like Brian said, let's say that you're like, that's way too difficult for me. There are different online companies that can help you with it in whatever state you're with.
They all follow the laws.
Absolutely.
Yes, and they take care of it. I just have to put that caveat.
No, that's perfect. In fact, if you're an attorney, you should create a special report on X number of things you need to do first before you ever attempt to run your own raffle.
That would be a good one for Seth or Richard Amagula, that they could do it for it. I'm not an attorney. I don't play one on TV.
Exactly.
I just know the best attorneys. I do know the best attorneys. So I will say.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, well, we're here at the end, and is there anything you wanted to leave us about where they can find you, or any information that I did not give them about links or anything else, Mark?
You did a fabulous job. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to hang out at my place, I invite you to come by youcanmarketonlinenow.com. Take a look around. There's tons of case studies on there. But if you're a retail jeweler and you're looking to blow up your business with a small budget, please reach out to me. The contact page on my blog, put revenue share opportunity, your phone number in the email. I'll get back to you, provided you're in the States, and let's talk. Because I'm telling you, I got some stuff that will help you rock it out for pennies on the dollar.
Awesome.
Awesome. Okay, Tammy, it's that time. I know that we're both, Tammy and I are both so excited because we're we've got all this jewelry now. I mean, I've been in this story. I've been living this with you. I have. So it's like,
don't forget the facials.
I do. I do. I feel abundant right now because of this story. I am. Okay, so Tammy, we're going to have to go from this wonderful world that he's created for us, and you take us off and you let everybody know how they can find out more too.
Absolutely. Thank you so much again, Mark, for joining us today and filling our audience with lots of knowledge on marketing. So I will have Mark's links in all of our show notes, and you all know where to find us. We are at Leafy Legal, and that's across all social media and all podcasting platforms. And thank you again, Brian and Jennifer, for hosting today. And if you would like to leave a comment for Mark and you'd like to do it through me, I will absolutely get it to him ASAP. Just email me. It is Tammy, Tammy, at leafylegalservices.com. And trying to think if there's anything else that I haven't said, but I think we've said it all. So thank you everyone so much for being here with us today, and hope we'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Awesome. Fabulous.
Attention real estate investors and entrepreneurs. Did you know that real estate investors are a primary target for lawsuits? According to the National Survey of the Court data, 25% of Americans risk being sued in their lifetime. However, if you are a real estate investor, you have a 95% chance of being sued in the next 20 years. Leafy Legal Services helps you protect your assets and strategically grow your business and wealth. Leafy Legal Services are experts at the Series LLC and Delaware Statutory Trust, two of the newest and most ideal legal structures for real estate investors. Leafy Legal Services have the most personalized and affordable solutions for setting up LLCs. Property owners are always at risk when it comes to their assets. Anonymity is so important. If you own just a rental house and you own your home, you have to protect yourself and your properties from any potential legal issues. Leafy Legal Services have the right solutions to make sure you are happy and feel secure. They offer cost-effective documentation that suits their clients' needs. For a free consultation and ebook, visit leafylegalservices.com. They are waiting to hear from you. leafylegalservices.com.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Don't wait. Take action now. LeafyLegalServices.com. Protect your assets, grow your business, and manage your wealth.